Present buying is one of the many commercial aspects of Christmas, and we sometimes forget there is another side to the festive season, the spiritual side. And there are a wealth of retreats you can visit all over the country, a place where you really can get away from it all, whatever your religion. Well, with me now is Paddy Lane from the National Retreat Association. Hi. So first of all, Paddy, can I just ask you what exactly a retreat is? I've never been to one. Right. I've always longed to go, but I've been a little bit wary of it.
I think what it is a space where you can go and be yourself and have an opportunity to do something that is about your journey, your inner space. And what you might well do is find that you're part of a programmed retreat and with another group of people, but you can also go and have the experience as an individual and use space in the way that's helpful to you. So you might just go and sleep, you might read, you might want to join in some of the activities that are going on, the rhythm and pattern of prayer, but you actually might not want to get involved with any of it, and you just go and rest and recharge yourself.
Now, do you have to be religious to go along to one of these retreats?
You don't have to be religious. What you would need to do is accept the ethos of the house you're in, and the houses we're in touch with are all Christian houses, and they will have a pattern and rhythm of daily prayer. Some of them will be religious communities, and so they'll have a monastic feel to them. But you don't have to be part of all of that, but you'd have to be comfortable knowing that that was happening around you.
Is this something that a lot of people choose to do at Christmas?
I think a lot of people want to do it. They want to draw back from the busyness and the commercialism. And sometimes I think people spend a lot of their lives on their own, and actually at Christmas they'd like to go and be part of a group and go and be with people who perhaps are like-minded, who don't want all this commercialism that has been leading up to Christmas. So they might want to go and be with something organised. Other people actually just want to draw right back from family life, from entertaining, and will go away and just have a private retreat at Christmas.
I mean, what first attracted you to the idea of a retreat?
I think I just wanted space. I was a young mum with young children living a very busy, chaotic life, and I just wanted time out. So I rang my local convent and said, can I come for a couple of days? And actually went and slept, and their meals there were held in silence, and I read a book, which was an absolute luxury. With small children, you often don't get a chance to even sit still, so it was wonderful, and I could just go and be myself. Nobody expected anything of me, and I stopped expecting so much of myself, and that was one of the important facts for me about being away from the ordinary pattern of life.
So it was a chance just to sort of draw back and just think about what you really were about, what you wanted to do.
Yes, it's something about time for yourself, and in that time for yourself, God will be part of that experience. And not all people will use the language of recognising or wanting God in their lives, but they'll want something about themselves, that inner place inside of us where we actually need to just be who and what we are.
So what's a typical day like in a retreat? I mean, I appreciate that they're all different.
They are.
But what would you do? I mean, where do you sleep? Do you sleep in dormitories? Do you have your own room?
Yes, you have your own room, and they're not floorboards and Spartan. They're usually very comfortable. Often with your own hand basin. Some are en suite. They vary considerably depending on what type of house you're going to. And you would get up and have breakfast, which you might get yourself or you might have with the community. You would then do with the day what you wanted. And there would be lunch, and there would be an evening meal, and there'd be morning coffee, and there'd be afternoon tea. So lots of scope to do exactly what you want. And that might be going out and walking in the grounds. It might be reading. It might just be going back to bed and sleeping.
Now, what's the difference between doing this and, say, going away to some kind of like country, some remote country house hotel? What is the difference?
Well, I think the difference is the acceptance and the safety that the houses create. So when you go through the door, you know that this is a place where whoever you are and whatever you're carrying, and often we're carrying a lot in our lives, we're held and we are accepted, and we are in a safe place. That means that actually we can let go of some of the stuff that we've brought with us, because the environment is such that it just feels an opportunity.
And what would be the wrong motive for going, do you think?
The wrong motive for going? Well, I think that if you were in a crisis in your life and you felt that if I get away for a couple of days, while I'm there everything will have changed and be different. We take with us the chaos in our lives and we will go back to our situations. The experience might be life-changing, but more realistically it's going to be an opportunity to just think it through, and I think that there'll be somebody there to listen to you and often that's what we're looking for, isn't it, a listening ear.
And finally, cost.
Cost varies. You need to check that with the houses. They wouldn't want you not to go because of cost, and some will ask for a donation, some will have a set tariff. Nearly all of them have bursaries, so they can help you.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much for coming along and talking to us about all that.
Thank you.
And if you'd like to know more about where you can go on a retreat, you can contact the National Retreat Association on 0171 357 7736. That's 0171 357 7736. But time for us to take a break now, so join us again in a few minutes' time when we'll be wrapping up your wrapping problems. See you then.